to Midnight Who blog. I am the professor, and today we're going to be doing a Big Finish audio review. Doom Coalition 1. Here is the front of the cover. It is a really nice cover. I really do like the cover. There is the spine as I move my set. There is the spine. A nice picture of the 11. We got the back. Let me just get that so you might be able to read it. There you go, there's the cover, which is another really awesome cover. So let's take a look. There's the spine. There's that spine. And there's the back. And I do like this. This is kind of a cool little thing that they've done. I kind of like that. So let's take a quick look in the inside of it. There's the leaflet and the disc. Disc has the same art. There you go. So let's talk about this audio. In my opinion, this is a beautiful story. Actually, it probably is one of the best stories in the box set, in my opinion. I really, really liked it. To me, it was kind of a very tense story. You know, you didn't know quite what was happening. And, you know, I kind of really liked that. It made me really engage in the story, which, you know, with audio, you need something to actually engage you or you're just going to drift off. And at least this story, it kept my focus, which is amazing. The best part of the story is the 11. This is the best introduction for a villain I have ever seen in audio for me. He is just one of the best, in my opinion, because they portray him because he has all 11 of his selves in his head. And you just start hearing them, and the way they do it, it's like, this is just, it makes me really excited to just hear all the different personalities and kind of figure out what makes each personality different, and I really like that. And, you know, to me, he's much more crazy than the, Ronnie and the Master. To me, he's like psychotic. He's actually not even psychotic. He's mad. He is the Mad Hatter, if you will. And they did the shift between his multiple personalities was really well handled in audio form, which I liked, because, you know, that. The start of this audio was really awesome also because you get a little cameo from the 7th Doctor. Yeah, there you go, the 7th Doctor, which was a really awesome treat. It also introduced how the Doctor knew about the 11. So, yeah. Of course, Paul McGann was pretty good in this story. Definitely was awesome to hear his voice again. And Liv Chenka. Yeah, still not a huge fan of her by this point. She's still kind of boring for me. I don't know why. I don't know. I think she's not one of my favorite 8th Doctor companions. But overall, a really fantastic start to a box set. I give this one about a 9.5 out of 10. Let's move on to the box set. Is The Red Lady, which is the introduction of Helen Sinclair. So yeah, overall for a introduction story for a companion, I really think it was a strong introduction. I am definitely interested in this character. I think she's kind of strong-willed, and I think she's going to be a nice match for the 8th Doctor. But, yeah. In the end, though, the Red Lady is a really good story. And I don't know which I like more so far after getting into this one. It's kind of a tie right now with the 11 and the Red Lady, because both are really good. To me, though, Helen definitely has the good, strong possibility of being a good companion, and I think her and Liv Chenka might be a good companion duo for the Doctor. One thing nice about this story for me than the 11 was kind of how it had a different kind of shift. You know, it was a shift in storytelling. Like the last one, the 11 was more dark and depressing kind of. This one felt a little bit, for me, was a lot more character-driven and story-driven, which for me was nice, you know, a nice little break after it. And it kind of, you know, was a good, I felt more of it as an introduction story than continuing the box set. But overall, a really good continuation for the box set. But I kind of, let's read the back. Of course, they do that nice little thing again, which I do like. That is another kind of key point. I forgot. One of the really strong things about this audio that I liked was how Helen St. Clair is, of course, in the 1960s, and she's, dealing with all the, all the stuff that comes with it in the 1960s. I think that was handled, the prejudice against women was really handled well in this audio. To me, I really liked that. It was well handled and didn't feel like, that. And it kind of makes you see why she would want to go with this man in a box for a venture. So it makes a lot of sense to me. I think that's it for this story. Well, not a bad story. I give it about a 9 out of 10. So let's move on to a third story in the box set, which is the Galileo Trap. There is the cover, which is another fantastic cover, if I must say myself. I really do like it. There's the back. There's the back. Let's get this thing going up there so you can maybe read it. Yeah. But, of course, you kind of, in this story, one thing I did like was how you kind of see how Helen St. Clair's getting used to time traveling and all that. You get to see her kind of expression of it, which was nice. To me, though, I'm not a huge fan of this story. I kind of felt a little bored by it. I don't know why. I don't know. It was definitely not for me. Just not kind of my kind of story. But to me, though, I like how it was actually Galileo was used by the villains to trap the Doctor. And how he kind of tried to deny it, get the Doctor away. The Doctor, of course, being his normal self, tried to solve the day, which I really did like. The music was actually one of the stronger highlights for the story for me. But, to me, it was an alright story. But there's not much I can say about it because I really did not like this story that much. To me, I don't know. Mark Platt, I've read a lot of his stuff and listened to a lot of his Doctor Who work, but this one did not do it for me. The biggest highlight was the character of Galileo, which is a really, really fun little character, and I really liked how he was written. But, Paul McGann was, of course, fantastic in it, and I'm actually starting to like Liv Chenka just a bit more in this story than I had before. This story, she definitely, to me, I don't know, she felt she just didn't bother me as much in this story, so as this box set, I'm starting to like her character more and more, kind of like how it kind of started for me in Dark Eyes 4, for me liking Liv Chenka's character, and now it's slowly growing more and more. But overall, I give the story about a 7 out of 10. It was a good story, good listen, but not the best out of the box set. The finale of the box set, the Satanic Mill. I was, it's the finale. I'm excited. I was really hoping it was going to be good. However, this one felt underwhelming for me. I don't know why, but this one felt a little underwhelming. So there's the cover, which is a really awesome cover, which is the same, I think, there as the front of the box of the 11. So that's kind of interesting. But there you go. There's the back. And this is the first time where I do not like that banner. Just saying, it cut off the 11s. It cropped the 11 out. Which I find funny. Yeah, this was a lackluster finale. The 11 was definitely good. However, there was something very underwhelming about the story. It could have been really good. It could have been, it's the finale. You think of this giant battle between the 11 and the 8th Doctor. It just, for me, it didn't really work out. I kind of had a hard time paying attention throughout the story. I give this one, to me, maybe a 6 out of 10, and that's being generous for me, because I don't really remember much about the story. It's just, just don't. So, overall, Doom Coalition 1 is a great box set. It is a great starting point for the Doom Coalition saga. To me, it had its great moments, and it also had its weak moments. To me, the first 2 stories were pure fantastic. It was just fantastic, but the last 2 were kind of underwhelming. Just underwhelming. But I would definitely recommend getting this audio and give it a listen, because it's still a really enjoyable 4 hours-ish of stories. So, yeah. And can't wait for more Doom Coalition.